Alright guys, welcome to this very tutorial. In this very video I'll be solving past questions and giving out the answers on Unilorin and Uniabj post Utme. So in this very video I'll just be tackling all the questions that have to do with mathematics. So just stick with me as we work on them together. Now in this very video, if you have the PDF file of the post Utme past question and answer, you'll find out that it has to do with a total of 277 pages. So after scrolling for a very long while, the first math question appeared in page number 32 of 277. Now in page number 32 in the PDF reading, we're tackling question number 51 first. So this is just the way and method we'll be looking at all the question. Total of 277 pages. That is page number 32 of 277. We're tackling question number 51. Now this very question says a laborer is paid 5,400 naira per month. What is his salary total in 1 quarter years? So these are the options. So if this very laborer is paid 5,400 per month, what I'm going to do is to convert my years to months. So I know that 12 year per month is equals to 1 year. So I'll have to convert 3/4 as well to months. So I'm going to multiply this by 12. So here I'm going to have 3 multiplied by 12/4. If I go here, this is 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So this is 9 months plus our 12 months. That is total of 9 plus 12 months, which is 21. So the man worked for a total of 21 months. So we're going to be looking for the amount he earned within this very time frame. If he's being paid 5,400 naira per month, so I just have to multiply that together. So which is 413,400. That's our option A. Now still on page 32 of 277, we're tackling question number 54. And question 54 says a boy buys a biscuit for 4 naira and sells it at a profit of 20%. Find the actual price and the selling price. Okay, now in this very question, let me have my solution. The guy bought the biscuit for 4 naira, so the cost price is actually 4 naira. Is that not? Cost price is 4 naira, and he sells it and made a profit of 20%. So percentage gain or percentage profit is 20%. So we should find the actual price and the selling price. I know there is a formula that says selling price. You just have to know this formula is given as gain percent plus 100% all over 100 multiplied by cost price. Now this is the formula I'm going to use in solving this very problem. It says gain percent. We have that gain percent has been given to us as 20%. So 20% plus 100% all over 100 multiplying it by our cost price, which is 4. So this is total of 120 all over 100 into 4. So this is 0, take out 0. 10 go in 12 is 1.2. 1.2 multiply that by 4, which is equal to 4.8. So the selling price is 4.8. Now since this has to do with an objective question, I know that the only option that has 4.8 for selling price is option C. So I'm going to take my option C as the answer. Automatically, if I solve for the actual price, I'm going to get 80 over there. So now this is question number 55. Question 55, still on page 32. Say the man buys a recharge card for 500 naira, he sells it for 430 naira. What is the percentage loss? Since he's making a loss, we have to find the percentage loss. So percentage loss will be equal to my, I'll use this formula. This formula for that, loss all over cost price times 100. So if the man purchased the goods for 500, he sold it for 430 naira. It means he's making a loss of 70 naira. That is 70 all over the cost price is 500 multiplied by 100. So this is 7,000 over 500. 0, take out 0 on both sides, and I have 5 in 70. That is 14. So my answer is 14%, which is option C. Now I move to the next question, which is page 33 of 277, and this is question that has to do with a bricklayer is paid 1,000 naira for 5 days work. What is his pay for 22 days? I will just use direct proportion in solving this very problem. Now, the bricklayer is paid 1,000 naira. He's being paid for 5 days. So what is his pay for 22 days? So we're looking for his pay, which is X naira unknown. He received that for 22 days. What is he going to receive for 22 days? So when I cross multiply, I'm going to have 22,000 is equals to 5x divide both side by 5. Take out 5, so my x will be equal to 22. That's 4,400 naira. So that's option C. So here, this is still on page number 33 of 277. This is question 75. Question 75 says, if the total sales for a workshop in a certain year were 450,000, what were sales in July? If July sales were half the monthly average. Okay, so if the total sales in the workshop was 150,000, so what were the sales in July? If July sales were half the monthly average, so first thing we need to look for is the monthly average, which is dividing the total sales by 12 months to get the monthly average. So I'm going to divide that. We'll have 12.5 thousand. So since this is the monthly average, and we're told that July sales were half of the monthly average, so we're still going to be dividing it by 2 to get the monthly average for that of July. So this is 6 to here, 6.25. So that is option A. We move to the next one, which is page 37 of 277. It says, to get of a class passed English language as a subject, the number of students who failed English will be, this is just very direct, that is 1 minus the total numbers of students who failed, the total numbers of students in the class who failed English. So that is 1 minus 2 over 3, 2/3. Okay, so this over 1. So when I cross multiply, I have 3 minus 2 all over 3, which is equals to 1 over 3. That's option A. So here I have page 38 of 277. It says, at 10% discounts, an item valued at 45,000. Then we should find the cost. Okay, so we know discount is the off. Now, so since discount is the off or the reduction in price of a particular goods, so out of the actual price, it should be over 100%. 10% was taken off, so the goods is being sold at 90%. So at 10% discount, 10% is off. So what is the actual price, which is 90 all over the cent? You know, cent means 100, so multiply by 45,000. So we're going to have 90 multiply 45,000 all over 100. So 90 multiplied by 450, I think that is 40,500. 4,500. So this is the actual amount is to pay instead of 45,000 naira. So that's option B for me. Now this is still on page 38, question number 41. It says, on a road map, a line segment of 4 inch long represents a distance of 12 miles. How many miles long is 4.5 inches? So on a line segment of 4 inches long represents 12 miles. Okay, so this is the solution. If 4 inches is equivalent to 12 miles, how many miles long is 4.5 inches? So 4.5 inches will be equivalent to x numbers of miles. So this is when we cross multiply, 4x is equals to 12 multiplied by 4.5. Dividing both sides by 4, divide both sides by 4. So x will be equals to 12, go here, 3 times 4, okay, just do that, 3 multiplied by 4.5, which is 13.5. So if 4 inches is equivalent to 12 miles, 4.5 inches will be equivalent to 13.5 miles. That's option B for me. So move to page 39 of 277. okay, 39 of 277. And say the breadth and the length of a rectangle are L and 2L respectively. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? So since the perimeter of a rectangle is just 2 into the length plus the breadth, and that's the formula. So the perimeter then will be given 2 into, so since the breadth is given us L and the length is given us 2L, so when we sum that together, we're going to have 2 into 3L. So the perimeter will be equal to 6L. You have to forgive me for being so fast. This is a time-based exam, so you have to learn in your practices to be very, very fast. You have to practice with great speed and accuracy. So this is 6L, so I'll be going for option A. It says, okay, this is page 41 of 277. The question says, what is 0.005 kg to grams? 0.005 kg to grams. So we know that 1 kg is equivalent to 1000 grams. So then 0.005 kg will be equivalent to the unknown in grams. So x gram will be equal to 0.005 multiplied by 1000. This 5. So 5. You can actually confirm that. Okay. The next question is, what is the value of DCXL? Roman numerals. In our Roman numerals, we meant to understand that D is 500, C is 100, XL. So our X is 10, our L is 50. Okay. So since we have DCXL, now since the D is 500 is coming before the smaller one, which is C, we're going to add this to, which is 600 plus the X is smaller and it comes before L, so it's going to be 50 minus 10, which is 40, isn't it? So 40 here plus 600, which is 640. 640. That's option A, 640. So this is page 42 of 277. I'm looking at question 53, and that it says a man bought 100 eggs at 1,500. 10 eggs were damaged. He sold the rest at 20 naira each. Calculate the percentage profit. Okay, if you remember, previously we looked at a question that had to do with finding percentage loss. Finding percentage loss, and the formula we used then was loss over cost price multiplied by 100. So this question now is asking us to find the percentage profit. So percentage profit or percentage gain will be giving us profit over cost price multiplied by 100. The initial formula we used was loss over cost price multiplied by 100. So whenever you're looking for percentage profit or percentage loss, your cost price is always constant. So if this man bought a total of 100 eggs for 1,500, so this is the cost price. So 10 eggs were damaged, so 10 eggs wasn't sold at all. So he has a total of 90 eggs. So he sold that 90 eggs for 20 naira per egg. So that is 20 multiplied by 90, that's 180. So he sold that's 1,800 for the total 90 eggs. He sold 1,800. So this is the profits he made for selling 90 eggs. So now the question says we should find the percentage profit. So since in this formula we need the profit over cost price and multiplying that by 100, the profit there will be minus 1,500. When I subtract this, I'll have 300. So the profit there is 300 all over the cost price 1,500 multiplied by 100. So I'm gonna have 300 over 15. We can go here too. So it used to be 20%. So I think this is 20%. Now finally we have this very question. It says in a leap year, still on page 42 of 277, in a leap year a baker baked 5,000 loaves of bread. How many loaves did the baker bake in February if his working days are Mondays to Saturdays? Okay, this is a little bit tricky. It says in a leap year, so leap year is 366 days. Okay, here is 365 days, leap year is 366 days. So in a leap year, if he we have 366 days. So in these 366 days, the baker baked 500,000 loaves of bread. So then the question says, how many loaves did he bake in February? So let's see how many loaves of bread he baked in a day first. So I'm going to be having 500,000 divided by 366. So 500 divided by 36, I have 1,366 bread is what he baked in a day. So every day for 366 days he baked 1,366 loaves of bread. So now, particularly in the month of February, we know that February has 29 days. So 29 days for February. So the question also made us understand his working days are Mondays to Saturdays. So there are 29 days in the month of February, and this man doesn't work on Sundays only. So we have 4 Sundays in the month of February, so which is 25 minus 4, 29 minus 4, right? So that's 25 days. So he baked constantly for 25 days in the month of February. So this 25 multiplied by 1,366. So multiply that by 25, we have 34,000. We have 34,153 loaves of bread baked only in the month of February. And unfortunately, that is not in any of my options. This is 1592, 39800, 38208, and 46168. So thank you very much for watching. This is not the end of it. We start at page 42 of 277, which means we still have a whole lot of questions to solve. So just to make the video a little bit short and not too lengthy, we're going to stop here for today. Thank you, and God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe to this very channel, so once we are done with the next phase of the video, you will be instantly updated. Thank you, and God bless you.